Hey, what's up, everybody? It is finally time for the Cowboys to play some football again. We're now in the divisional round of the playoffs. Got some really great games, evenly matched teams, and yeah, this is going to be a really great round of in the playoffs. So I'm really looking forward to it. And so we'll start with the Saturday games first. Seattle at Atlanta. God, now this is probably the toughest game for me to choose here. I would say this one could really go either way. If Seattle was at home, I would pick Seattle because they have such a great home field advantage and they have a really good defense. Seattle's from top to bottom is a really complete team. But Atlanta's just been really on fire and they're at home and I'm not sure if Seattle can outscore Atlanta. So that's why I'm going to say Atlanta. But this one is going to be really close. It's going to be a great game. So yeah, I just had to go with the home team because that's really the only thing combined with I think the Falcons can score a lot of points. Uh, so I'll go ahead and stick with them. And then obviously I'd love for the Texans to beat the Patriots, but in Foxborough, I mean, that would be the biggest upset of all time, really. But I mean, come on, the Patriots are the Patriots. They're at home. We know how they are. So that's the easiest one to pick there. Now you know what? This is another difficult one to pick here too because these teams are pretty evenly matched. Look how close it is, 45-55. That's pretty close. I would love for the Chiefs to beat the Steelers. I guess I'll go ahead and say the Steelers anyway because I need to pick an away team instead of just pick an all home team. I'll just go ahead and not only because of that, but I think that Pittsburgh has more. Even though they're on the road, Pittsburgh has way more playoff experience than the Chiefs do. But I don't think the Chiefs are. I don't think that they're not good enough to beat Pittsburgh. I think they can, and I would love because I hate the Steelers. I would love to see Kansas. I'll be rooting for Kansas City to beat the Steelers, but I'm just going to pick the Steelers because I think that they have more experience in the playoffs and they have a lot of weapons. A hell of a running game. Remember, Shenko said something about running it, yeah. And when you have the running game, like we do, that I'm a pro run the ball kind of guy. So that kind of philosophy will always put you over in the long run. So I would love to see the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Steelers. And I'll be rooting for them, but Steelers have more experience and a shitload of weapons. I'm not sure if Kansas City can handle it. So go ahead and pick Steelers, the only away team that I'll pick. Now, of course, Cowboys and Packers. Wow, this one's tight too. Oh, man. It's tough because, of course, Aaron Rodgers is so red hot, and the Packers do so well at the end of the year. Kind of like the Giants, but thank God the Giants got their asses out of the fucking playoffs. They're overrated anyway. I mean, even though the Giants beat us twice, they're not good enough to go deep into the playoffs, and obviously the Packers proved that. So if the Giants were really that good, they would have come down to our house and beat us like they did in '07. But they didn't. They choked to the Packers. Just like the 49ers of '95. Like, oh yeah, we beat your ass. You guys. And it's like, yeah, but you guys choked to the Packers at home. So, although the Packers were home, they were at Lambeau this time. And thank God we don't have to play in Lambeau. See? That's the difference. If it was in Lambeau, I probably would pick the Packers. See, that's the thing. It's the home field advantage. If we played in Green Bay, oh man, they have like probably along with Seattle, probably the best home field advantage, and New England, the best home field advantage is it's cold, and that Lambeau field is like all the ghosts of the players from way back when are like still there, and it's a wet ball. Oh, it's just, man, thank God we don't have to play there. I think that the difference is the last time we played them in the playoffs, we didn't have Sean Lee. And when we beat them this year in the regular season, we didn't have Dez. So I think the only thing, and I'll do after this, I'll do my pregame video to be more specific, but I'll just say this now. as long as we put pressure on Green Bay and get some turnovers like we did in the regular season game, get some turnovers on them, either a fumble recovery, interception, whatever, and just make sure that we could get pressure on him, bat some balls down, sack his ass, do everything we can. Go, just release all of our weapons on defense. Just go when they're swinging against Rodgers. I think if we can do that, and I think we can score on the Packers defense. Packers defense is pretty damn good, but I think we could run on him. They're not going to know who to cover. Are we going to double cover Dez, which will open up Cole Beasley, T. Willie, Bryce Butler? Look at Bryce Butler. What an unsung, underrated hero he's been. I mean, he's got a really good chemistry with Dez also. Or with Dak, excuse me, the D. Dak Dez. But if they do double cover Dez, that'll open up the other guys. So you could do 3 to 4 wide receivers. You could put Zeke out there for screen passes, Dunbar on screen passes. Also rotate in Darren McFadden. Of course, Jason Witten, we all know how he is. And I would love to see Jason Witten win a Super Bowl before he retires. So anyway, and I'll need to get more into this in my pregame video. But anyway, that's the thing that Cowboys need to do, is just put pressure on Rodgers and maybe get some turnovers as well, like we did in the regular season game against them. And I think we'll be all right. So it's going to be a great game. I'm so excited. I'm nervous, but finally, Cowboys are in the playoffs. Just as long as we can get to the NFC Championship game, and even if we lose the NFC Championship game, because you guys want to know when the last time we went to the NFC Championship game, how old I was? I was in kindergarten the last time we went against the Packers in 95 or early 96, 20 to 21 years ago. And so almost 22 years ago. So yeah, I was in kindergarten. So I really would love to see the Cowboys back into, at the very least, the NFC Championship game. The Super Bowl would be great. I would just be terrified of getting our asses kicked by the fucking Patriots. I'm assuming that's who will make it to the Super Bowl, will be those damn Patriots. Then it'd be a battle of who is the real America's team. The battle of the title of America's team, the Patriots versus the Cowboys. So, but I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's get through this divisional round. Finally, get a playoff win to shut up. Oh, the Cowboys are, they never can get past the divisional round. They always, fucking Stephen A. Smith. The Cowboys, no, they just an accident waiting to happen. I don't even need to say it today. They ain't gonna go past the playoff. Or fucking Shannon Sharp. Now that he's against Skip on their Fox Sports. Oh, Skip, I don't know, babe. The fuckers go. Well, the Cowboys. Cowboys aren't that good. Aaron Rodgers, he's the man. Dak is a rookie mistake. Blah blah blah. The Cowboys don't prove everything. Blah 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 blah. That's all that I hear that comes out of their mouth. It's just gibberish because they're just haters. And I don't even think Shannon Sharp hates the Cowboys that much. It's just he has to hate the Cowboys so he could have that same rivalry that Skip had with Stephen A. just to make it entertaining. It's sports entertainment. It's such shit. But regardless of what the haters say, I'd just be so happy just to finally get to the NFC title game, and I want Jason Witten to win a Super Bowl, Jason Garrett to win a Super Bowl, and everybody. And Tony Romo would still get a ring, even though he'd be on the bench. But shit, better than nothing. But anyway, so that's it. So it's gonna be a great week. I'm so excited, and I'll go ahead and stay tuned because after this pick'em video gets uploaded, I will go ahead and start on my pregame video for the Cowboys and Packers and go in depth in that and talk about what Cowboys need to do to beat Green Bay and all that kind of good stuff. And we're also very healthy too. That's a very good sign. We have no excuses. There aren't any key players that are injured. So yeah, it's great. It's going to be a great matchup. So look for my pregame video after this gets uploaded. And yeah, so stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys here in a few minutes for the pregame video. So go Cowboys, and peace.